Mm. So I'll give you a little bit of background as I get myself together here. Funny, me and Ralphie was talking in the background. It is going to be a long morning. I'll tell you that. But we're gonna get this money. We're gonna get these bets. I'll tell you that. So I got to get some music for the start. See something to lighten the mood, right? Get y'all ready to get in that bed mood. As I'm rushing around, moving around, can't find my camera, can't find my headphones. Gonna have to switch up the view, switch up the look. But we're starting in five, and four, and three, and two, and one. Let's go. We don't. To another episode of the Money Pop Podcast. I am your host. I am the El Presidente, El Capione. I am him. They call me Most Money. And what we getting in today, AFC East. We making our rounds and rounds and rounds each every division, trying to put that $500,000 parlay together, baby. I don't know if it'd be a half mil, but we'll see what we can do. Trying to get back to the people. You know how it is. I'm always trying to give back. If you have followed me on Twitter the last month, oh my God, what a run. I don't think your favorite capper, your favorite bettor did that in the last 5 years. Over $4,000 in plays, and I'm talking about a heater. Heater. All documented, all on Twitter. Follow me at Money Pop Betting, and you will see what it is, what it do. But today, see, the look is a little bit different. Like I said, I couldn't find my camera. Got new headphones. I might sound loud. I might sound low. We'll see how it goes. Let me know out in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Put MPB in the comments. Let me know that you're here with me this morning. You got your cup of coffee. Let's roll up. Let's go. Let's get into the bets. AFC East. We got the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, and the Pats. Loaded division. Could arguably be one of the better or best divisions in football. But let's see what the numbers say. We're going to go to our handy dandy sportsbook. We've been using FanDuel for these division picks. I kind of like FanDuel a little bit better than DraftKings here. I think that, oh, look at me. Look at me trying to cook something up. Oh, look at that. What I got up here. Look at me trying to cook something up with that $1,200 receiver. 43? 300 to win 12 G's? Yeah. We're going to start. Who loses this for me? I got Tyreek Hill. Let's bring it out. I got Tyreek Hill over 1,200 yards. Cooper Kupp over 1,250 yards. CeeDee Lamb over 1,250 yards. And Calvin Ridley over 1,250 yards. Who am I? I think, I was going back and forth with Garrett Wilson and CeeDee Lamb in this bet. I think that's where I was. I really like Calvin Ridley. I think he's going to absolutely explode in that Jacksonville Jaguars offense. He's got something to prove. He's ready to get back to where he was. Remember, in Atlanta, he was putting up number one receiver numbers with nobody there. Now he's got an offense and an offensive-minded coach. Oh, boy. He's going to go off. These odds are way too low. Too high. I'm sorry. They should be lower. He should be more right here with Waddle and CD. He should be up another tier. But who loses this bet for me? Tail if you like it. Tail if you like it. Throw it in the chat, man. Who loses this bet for me? This looks like a pretty goddamn good bet. I'll tell you that. I was cooking in the lab. Y'all called me. All right. Y'all called me cooking in the lab, boy. I'll tell you. Let's go to the AFC East Division. Kind of good spot to hear talk about this division. Obviously, they just made the announcement. I think it started Hard Knocks is looking at the New York Jets. And right now, division winners, we have the Buffalo Bills plus 130, New York Jets plus 250, Miami Dolphins plus 290, and the New England Patriots long shots plus 750. Let's start where the poll question starts as well. Let's start with the Jets. And let's go to our poll question brought to you by Fan Up. Fan Up, best in the business, as Tom Arnone does say, and daily MLB contest. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Promo code A2D Radio for 5,000 bonus points. $50 value. Fan Up app only on Apple at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Only on Apple at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So, did that come up? Oh, okay. I was looking for the ticker for the actual Jets thing, but it's just the ticker. So pretty much straightforward. The Jets will make the playoffs. Agree to disagree. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Holla at your boy. Let me know what y'all thinking. I let that kind of sink in. Will the Jets make the playoffs? Is Aaron Rodgers enough? I'll tell you what, that defense is stout, though. Looking at some of their roster stats last year, they had an average quarterback last year. They would have been dangerous. I wouldn't want to play the Jets in the playoffs. I'll tell you that. Not with that defense. That defense is loaded. And Sauce is better than I thought he would be. I knew he was going to be good, but not this good. Like, he's elite good. You know, like best cornerback in the league good. And first, you know, like these guys are coming into the league and just like hitting the ground running. There's no like catch up. Like some of these blue chip prospects are coming in the league and just tearing shit up. And Sauce Gardner fits the bill. I'm not a big believer in a rookie who can come in and just tear it up like that. And then you put him in elite status and you put him in the upper echelon of the guys who've been doing it year in and year out and stuff like that. But some of these kids are just that damn good. And unfortunately for the rest of the league, Sauce Gardner is just that damn good. There's really, you know, no other way to kind of talk about that. But let's see where they are from a betting perspective in terms of making the playoffs real quick here. I feel like I'm going to agree to this poll. I think it's a perfect scenario on both sides of the ball. I'm not sure if Aaron Rodgers has played with a defense that this stout and this good. And then he's never been in this position where he's got young guys, but all the young guys are like in another tier of terms of talent. The Garrett Wilsons, the Halls, the Sauce Gardners, the Quinnen Williams. Who else is on that defense? I think they got another tackle over there that's a fucking man-child. Let me just bring up their roster real quick. Let me see, depth chart. Like, it's just ridiculous. Hardman is good. They get their right tackle back, Mika, back. I think he was out on injury. Quentin Jefferson, Quentin Williams, C.J. Moley, Sauce Gardner. DJ Reed is a decent. Andre Amos. Like, their whole team is like stacked. And then you bring in the offensive coordinator that Aaron Rodgers has had. I think I looked it up. Nathan Hackett. He was 30-9 with Hackett as the offensive coordinator, or 39-9, or something ridiculous record. And in each of those seasons, now you got to put and factor in Devontae Adams in there as well. But in each of those seasons, like he was finishing, like I think he won 2 or 3 of his MVPs in the seasons where Hackett. They finished like 14. They averaged like 13 or 14 wins from not offense, but from a team perspective. Obviously, playing in Lambeau is a lot different than playing up 95. But I'm just saying, like, it is a perfect storm for the New York Jets to really take off as another kind of I don't know if it's underrated because they're getting so much publicity. But I mean, look, you kind of have to agree to the poll, right? They're minus 134 to make the playoffs, and I think it's valid. I really do. I really think it's valid. I think they have a good chance to win the playoffs, and I'm going to agree to the poll here. And why is this computer like acting so weird? But the D is legit, and then you get I want to say Rodgers is still above average quarterback. Now Rodgers had an off year last year, obviously, But I mean, it's been a while since he had an offensive, kind of like an offensive good team. Like, when's the last time he had a running back like Hall, right? Dorsey Levens, maybe. I mean, I'm on Green. I mean, I guess I can't knock. What's the boy now there? Jones. Like he has some good. He's got some good running backs. You know what I mean? I guess that would be in the Brees Hall kind of conversation. But hopefully he comes back from that injury. He's supposed to be good to go. But I mean, Garrett Wilson. Like every time, Corey Davis is still there. I don't really give much about Alan Lazard. I just think he's a good player. He's a young player. He just knows Rodgers, and that works, right? Randall Cobb, Tyler Conklin. I think it could be a little bit of breakout. He had 552 yards. Like you gotta think, it was Joe Flacco and Zach Wilson last year for them, and whoever else. Like the Jets could steal the division. Now I know that's a little bit, like come on, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They could. They could. I'm not saying they will. Strength of schedule is everything, but they could. All right. So no to the division. Agree to the poll. I do think the Jets make the playoffs for the first time, I think, in like 20 years or something crazy like that. So, yeah, I do like the Jets. Let's just look at their regular season win totals real quick. Let's see what they have. See if it makes sense to make a good bet here. Oh, and that's the Packers. 9.5. What was their record last year? Like 9-8 or something? Let's see. Sorry, I don't know why my computer's acting so slow with some of the comments and stuff like that, but I'll get to y'all. 7-10 last year. They were 7-10 last year with Dookie quarterback play. Like I mean Dookie. And we're looking at 9 wins. Let's see. I'm gonna bring up their schedule real quick. Let me see if we can find 9 wins. So what? 9-7. No, 10-6. Right? This is 9.5. We could probably find 6 losses. Right? You got to be able to find 6 losses. All right, let's bring up the schedules. Help me out here. Let's see if we can find 6 losses here. What's up, Rob, man? Agree to the poll. But not because of Rodgers. It's the running game that we're launching to play Bryce Hall and Israel. Good take. Good take. I disagree. I think it's absolutely because of Rodgers. But good take. All right, let's zoom that in for y'all just a little bit so we can get a little close up. All right, cool. That should be good. Let's see what that looks like. All right, cool. That looks good. We started off the morning great. We had a lot of people in. And then once I started talking about the Jets, winning the playoffs, winning divisions, motherfucker was like, oh, this motherfucker out of his mind. What the fuck is he talking about? I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see if we can find 6 losses. All right. Whew. Buffalo starting it off Monday night, September 11th, in New York too. Oh man, that's such a tough one. That is really tough. I'm gonna go a loss here, just because it's gonna be the first game they've actually played. It's on national TV. It's on Monday night. Everybody's on watching. Buffalo's been here before, so very tough game. I think the Jets make a statement, like last drive, Buffalo wins by a field goal, tie game. I said like the Jets say that we're here, but I think ultimately wins this game. Good spot for the Jets too, but it's just Buffalo's been playing together for a longer time. So that's a loss. Ooh, are they going to start out 1-3? I'm gonna say win in Dallas. I think they beat Dallas in Dallas. I'm gonna say win in Dallas. So we got lost Buffalo, a loss KC, a loss to them Birds, loss. That's 3 losses. Um, hmm. I like them against the Chargers at home, coming off a bye. 2 home games essentially, right, back to back. So we got 3 losses. Loss to Buffalo, split Miami possibly. That's 5. Yeah, I guess it's right. It's about right there, give or take. They could easily lose this Dallas game. They could start off 1-3. Right. This first 6 games is terrible. Right. This is terrible. 2 in division games. Right, in the first 3, and then KC, Buffalo, and Philly, 3 of the top, and Dallas, probably 4 out of top 6 offenses in the league in your first 6 games. Good thing you have 3 of them at home, but Eagles fans travel well, KC fans travel well, and Buffalo fans definitely travel well. A lot of people are going to be in their game, so we'll see. I would actually tend to go under. Actually, under that total of wins, under 9.5. I think they get to maybe just 9.5. If I'm looking at it right, I don't think it's a big bet to make. Let me clear this out too. Clear these bets out so we can get some. I don't think this is a big bet to make, but I would lean here. Not, give or take, but they're a perfect storm right now. So I can't. Oh yeah, there is one bet I do want to do though. I keep going back and forth on it, but I can't anymore. I just really like it. I think Wilson's going to explode Rodgers. I really do. I think he's going to have a great season. So where were those 25? Here we go. Most regular seasons. Let's see. What was those that receive? Oh, here it is. Receiving prompts. So this is the bet I would make on the Jets right now. Is Garrett Wilson over 1,250 yards? Let me see what his odds are. Yeah, this is going to be cake for him. What Rodgers? Did he have 1,000 yards last year? Without Rodgers? Let's take a look at it real quick. What was his numbers last year? Yeah, I think he explodes this year. Garrett Wilson. And second year in the league. He had 1,100 yards last year. And that's with nobody. Now I'm getting 25 more yards. Oh, this is a no-brainer. Going to play a little bit for it. It's not a bet small, win big. Pretty much you're going to pay a little bit of tax for it. But easy 3-unit play for me. That number might not be sexy, but he's going to get this. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to get that. Do we have any alternate? Like an alternate bet where we can get some more yards on him? There we go. Can I just bet him? Where's he at? Can I just bet this? Yeah, this is probably the better bet, right? You get a little bit more extra for every $100 you bet, and you get $1.45 back. But this bet looks a little bit better. So first bet of the day, Garrett Wilson over 1,250 yards regular season yards, 3-unit play when it's 450. Not the sexiest of ones, but We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Morning, Miss. How you doing? Good morning, gentlemen. Ha! Patriots fan. Patriots fan in the building. I wonder how it is in New England, man. How many years you guys think you got with I want to say Popovich with Belichick? Like how many years you guys think you got with him? It'd be interesting to see what he's got left in the tank. Can he still coach? I mean, honestly, yes, he can still coach. The greatest coach probably ever. But and he knows about losing, right? Because from Cleveland, right? So, but at this stage of having so many highs, so many winning seasons, so many Super Bowls, now that that's really fell off and tear down, does he have the strength and the energy to feel like of the feel of going through that curve, hitting rock bottom, and then coming back up? Because Matt Jones ain't it. We all know that. Matt Jones is not it. So it'll be real interesting to see how that plays out. All right, let's go to the next team. Bring up the division again. We'll save these two for later. Let's switch to the Buffalo Bills. All right, the Buffalo Bills are plus 130 to win the division. Odds-on favorite to win the division as they should, and the fact that the Buffalo Bills, um, the fact is the Buffalo Bills should be the favorite. They won the division. There is where there's smoke, there's fire, as they know, and we all know Stephon Diggs is having some issue. Media obviously outblowing it. They want to make a story. They need a story for Buffalo. Damar Hamlin coming back. I'm hearing he's practicing. I'm not sure what that means or what that even looks like. Kid loves the game. Obviously, loves sports. Going to give his life. Obviously, he did. I don't know if I would do that, but just to have him around, getting back into the swing of things, hitting people, things like that. People seeing him play the game, football, could be a morale boost for that whole town, that whole city. It already is, to be honest. But even more if he comes back and has a pretty decent year and can get back to normal. Josh Allen had an off year last year, but he still threw for 4,300 yards, 20, whatever, 40 something touchdowns, ran for 700 yards, and it was an off year. He is the offense. Love Diggs, but it's all about Allen. He is a one man wrecking ball crew show, whatever you want to call it. So, and remember our formula for looking at the best teams is that head coach and that quarterback combo, and they have that there. They have the community, they have home field advantage, they have great fans. Everything makes sense. It's just that the Buffalo Bills are in the wrong era of football, and it's the Patrick Mahomes era in football in the AFC, and then Joe Burrow is right behind him. They're just in. It's just bad timing. It's like having Charles Barkley and like Michael Jordan. It's just like you have these great players, these great teams, these great coaches, these great organizations, but you just have something that's superior in every single way, and you just can't get over the hump. And I think that it's going to be hard. I see some regression for Buffalo. They really didn't get that much better. Obviously, they got Von Miller coming back. They lost Tremont Edwards, but I think Milano fills that spot. They're a little bit older, right? They went all in with the veterans and some of the older guys who've done it before. And it's all about, honestly, if Von Miller comes back and plays at the level he is, then they're a very dangerous team. If Von Miller does not come back and play the way that we know Von Miller to be, it's going to be the same thing we see from the Buffalo Bills. And unfortunately, the curse of getting so far multiple times over and over again and just not having enough to get over the hump. So for me, I don't have any bets on the Buffalo Bills. I think they're going to be what they typically are, a 12-win team who runs deep in the playoffs and just in the wrong era and runs into the wrong team at the wrong time, and they just can't get over the hump. I mean, they were at home. Didn't it, last year? Did they play? No. They played KC. last year, didn't they? In the AFC Championship, NKC wasn't that NKC last year? Let me see. Because they had a hell of a year last year, and then Josh Allen just got to get rid of those turnovers. Like you can't do that in the turnovers. No, they lost the division at home against Cincy, right? And then they almost lost to Miami, 34-31, right? They almost lost to Miami, and they got beat up by Cincinnati. That's right, Cincinnati and KC, right? I don't know what I was thinking. So yeah, man, like nah, like it's just they're just in a wrong time period, and doing the same thing over and over again is like and thinking you're going to get a different result is the epitome of insanity. So with that being said, Willie Vegas, what's up, bro? I don't have any bets on the Buffalo Bills. We can take a look at their win totals. I do think they made the playoffs though, barring any injury. See, like, look how low that is. That's 10.5 wins. They should get that though, but I'm not paying that tax. I'm not paying -134. It's just not. It's not worth it. I mean, do we have any prompts here for maybe Josh Allen to run the ball? But I mean, they got some. I think they got some running backs there. Where's it, Josh Allen? Let's see who's that. I mean, that makes sense here if you want to put him in a parlay. Let's see. I think he's gotten this like every year. I know he had like 700 yards last year. Damian Harris and Latavius Murray. Let's see stats. Just bringing up Josh Allen on the back end. So since 2018, he had 631 yards, and he had 510. 2020 kind of came down 4. But the last 2 years, he's had over 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7. Like he's just an absolute animal. Like it's just ridiculous. What he does on the field single handedly. And last year was an off year for him. And he still had like 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, and ran for almost 800 yards. He had over 42 touchdowns total. A couple bad turnovers, but shit, man. Like, he's a problem. He's an absolute problem. So this is an easy bet. This is an easy over bet for me. He should still get here. But I'm not betting that. That's not to me. This is if you're a Buffalo fan, you bet that, all right? Or you want to throw him in a parlay or something maybe. But no bets for me on the Buffalo Bills. No. Willie Vegas, what's up, bro? What's good, man? I disagree to the poll. Must be a New England fan. Right? Must be a New England fan. That's funny. All right. So no bets on the Buffalo Bills. Let's keep it moving. Do they win the division though? That's a great question. I wouldn't bet Buffalo Bills to win the division this year. I think there's a little bit more better odds on the Jets. I'm believing the Jets hype train a little bit here. But the Jets schedule is tough. So it's gonna be real tough sledding for the Jets. If the Jets can get out the gate 2-2, then they got a shot. I mean, like 3-2 in that first 6 games, then they got a shot. But man, I'm not sure if they beat Buffalo. Like the Buffalo game, the first game with the Jets in Buffalo, Monday Night Football, September 11th. That's going to be a game that will tell you if the Jets are for real or not. If they can win that game, because everything's for the Jets, right? Under the lights, 9/11. Like in New York, Monday night, everybody's watching. Like it's going to be crazy. it's really going to be crazy. So I would lean Buffalo in that game just because New York hasn't played any football together. But it was like this was like Aaron Rodgers was there already for a year, and Buffalo was. You know what? Let's look it up. What is that? What are those game one, week one? I just want to see. Since we're talking about Buffalo and we did the Jets already, what the fuck is going on?
Outdoor season.
Did you see that? It took me to fucking YouTube. I'll tell you guys, my computer is fucking up. Who is the GOAT? What was I looking at? Must have been for another show. Like, how did that even happen? Sorry about that, y'all. All right. I just want to see week one again. Hopefully it doesn't go to YouTube this time, right? In week one, it goes to YouTube. That's what is going on. All right, September 11th. Oh, it's damn near a pick. Let's see. This is what I was saying. It's damn near a pick. Wow. +1.5. I guess that's right. Because if this game was in Buffalo, you're saying that you would give the Jets +4, right? I mean, Buffalo's probably a 3-point, at least a 3, even a 3.5, one of the few 3.5 home field advantages. Buffalo's very tough, but it's a division game. It's still New York, New York. Oh, man. What you guys betting here? September 11th, New York Jets, Buffalo Bulls at New York Jets, week one, +1.5. What's the bet there? Y'all let me know. What is the bet there? Huh? What is the bet there? Wow. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe 2.5. I was expecting, but that damn near is a pick. You go to home dog here? It'd be a hell of a game. See, but to me, I can't get too wrapped up in it. The line, this would be a no bet for me because the line is so close, and this tells me that there's some back end equity for the Jets to actually win this game at +106 money line. But you're going to pay the tax for the better team, the team that's been there the longest. It's a good matchup though. It's a bad matchup for the Bills. You know, especially offenses versus defensively. It's a bad matchup. I would have to look back at how Sauce and Diggs. I'm pretty sure they move Diggs around a lot. I don't know if Sauce travels. So, but New York would be able to score, and Buffalo's defense, you would have to see if Von Miller can wreak some havoc. Is he all the way back from that injury or not? There's value on the dog for sure here, but this be a no bet for me. It's dog or no bet here. That's how you look at this one. Dog or no bet. Tough to bet Buffalo in this spot. Actually, it's not that tough. It's just that the spots, like if it wasn't on 9, if this was a Sunday night game, Sunday game, Buffalo all day. But the fact that it's 9/11, a little bit extra, America, all that, a little bit extra, a little bit more there. NFL smart in their in their scheduling. Always knows how to schedule the right way. Always knows how to schedule the right way. That's crazy. But yeah. So, but looking at Buffalo's schedule, here. I mean, they got some tough teams here, man. They got Miami, obviously in division. They play Cincy. They play at Philly. They play at KC. They play Dallas. Play the Chargers. So I could see some regression. They play some pretty decent offenses here. I can see some regression, but I can't bet anything on the Bills. And who knows how Stephon Diggs and that whole organization thing shakes out. All right, let's keep it cooking. Getting close to the end here. Some more division folks. So we did Buffalo, talked about the Jets. All right, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. It's really Super Bowl or bust. We all know about Tua. I can't even say it's Tua. I'll just say Tua. I can't. Tagovailoa. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got to get that right. I should be able to pronounce his name. But Tua, probably most dynamic and arguably could be the best offense in the league. When Tua was on the field, they were cooking. But obviously, we already know about the concussion history, his injury history, almost up to, thinking about retirement and things like that. So, but, he's back. You could argue him and McDaniels are the best combo in this division in terms of quarterback and head coaching combos, kind of going with staying with our same formula. And that defense is actually pretty stout. That defense could really be a top 5, top 8 type defense. Looking at that depth chart, I forgot they had Bradley Chubb. They brought Ramsey over. Who else they got? They got Wilkins in the middle, Jalen Phillips, Howard, and Ramsey as the bookend corners. So they are all in for them to get there. The question mark in anybody's team, but the question mark for them, I think the running game might need some help. Reason why Dalvin Cook has been tied to him, but he hasn't signed. But it's Tua Tagovailoa. Somebody, that's a take right there. Nate, what? Huh? What? What are you trying to say? But Tua is the question mark, and can he stay healthy for the full year and have the year that he needs to have for that offense to keep clicking? Because without him, they're nothing. The Skylar Thompsons, the Mike Whites of the world are not going to get this offense over the hook, over the finish line. So Tua, big question mark with Tua being healthy. Now their schedule is pretty ridiculous. If I'm not mistaken, they have I think they have a top end schedule. Looking at them, they start 3 of their 4 games are on the road. The Chargers, New England, Buffalo. These are all tough games. And they go 9 games straight until they get to their bye. So it's a long stretch to go there. But their last 5 games, 4 of them are at home. And it's against the Giants, Carolina, and New England, and then KC before the bye week. So they could start off a little bit sluggish and then pick it up. And then by week 10, they could easily be, 7-3, even maybe 8-2. Like, they could be in a really good position here for the second half of the season to get them right where they need to be to win the division. Right? They play Vegas after the bye. They play the Jets twice, Washington, Tennessee. They play Dallas at home late Christmas Eve. They're at Baltimore New Year's Eve, and they play Buffalo at the end of the season. That could be very rightfully for the division. It's all about Tua. So the question mark, or the question you have to ask yourself, is it worth the bet for the Dolphins to win this division? And I think that you can find a bet here for 3-1 for the Miami Dolphins to win this division. It's going to be tough, and you're betting on Tua's health, but you can minimize or marginalize how you bet this. You can bet this straight, or you can put it with other bets that we've made in these divisions. So our other 2 bets so far have been the Cincinnati Bengals to win the division and the Philadelphia Eagles right now. So if we take those out, take Garrett Wilson out here, this is a 15-1 play here for this 3-leg parlay for these 3 teams to win a division. I think the Eagles are a no-brainer. at this point, and I'm surprised they're not higher at this point. I guess there's some value on the Cowboys kind of here. Injuries are part of everything, but it just for me, the Philadelphia Eagles on paper have probably the best roster in the league. And then you go to the Bengals. We already broke this down last week. If you haven't seen, go ahead and check it out on Money Pot Podcast or Money Pot Pod Betting YouTube and A2D's YouTube, and check out our breakdown of the AFC North. Probably, in my opinion, the best division in football. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals are the best team there, and the numbers support that. And then with the AFC East, we're just talking about who's going to win this division. We like the Jets. Buffalo sees some regression, and Miami is sitting right there with all the pieces in place. They have everything you need. There's nothing really missing outside of the question mark of the health of the quarterback, which is the most important position on the field. So the fact that this is such a new team, you can't – I don't like Buffalo to win the division again. It's either the Jets or the Dolphins to me. I think you get a little bit better odds and a little bit better value on the Dolphins just because they've been together longer. We've seen how dynamic this offense is. It is really hard to stop this offense, period, especially when Tua's going there. Running game is a question mark, but the way these guys stretch the field, I mean, they both receivers had over 1,200 yards last year. So give me the Dolphins to win this division at 3-1. Give me the Dolphins to win this division at 3-1. I think it's a pretty decent bet. I'm betting on Tua being healthy this year. He already knows what the issue is. Can you stop concussions? Really, no. But the jiu-jitsu about helping him try to fall so his head doesn't bounce off the ground, the new helmet stuff that he has, I think they know they're going to do everything they can take to make sure he stays upright and stays healthy, which is his third year in the league. This is third year in the league, right? Or second year? No, this has got to be his third, right? He was a rookie. And then this set last year. Yeah, this would be his third year going into the league, right? Now this would be his fourth year. Yeah, this would be his fourth year. Like he had 105 passing rating. Like he was, you know what I mean? Like he's I think he's seen. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. I could see him having a breakout year this year. If he stays healthy, right, he could easily throw for 4,000 yards and well over 30 something touchdowns. Let's see what his numbers are. Because if I'm betting the Dolphins to win the division, I'm betting for Tua to be healthy. So that's why I want to look at Tua's just numbers. I just want to see something. That's not worth it. 300 yards. Yeah. That's not really worth it either. Let's see what Tyreek talking about. They don't even have him up here. Huh. What's Waddle? Got to be almost 1,200. 1050? Yeah, right. You serious? No way. Sorry. Had to spit that out. Shit almost made me throw up in my mouth. Like, what? Waddle? I'm looking at his numbers, y'all. I just want to see what his stats are. Motherfucker had 1356 last year and Tua didn't play 3 games. And I think this guy's just going to have 1,100 yards. Like, he's had a. Like, come on, man. 10, not even 11, 1050. I'll take this all day. Over 1,050 yards? I'll take that for sure. Jalen Waddle, that's an easy bet to me. Now, like I said, there's a small tax on it, but you got to put a little bit of money on that one. I'm okay with this one. I think the other bet we were talking about was Garrett Wilson over 1250 was probably a little bit better bet because he's a true number one. He's the second receiver here, but my God, like no way. Can I? What was Garrett? Can I parlay these two? No, I can't. I can't parlay these two. That sucks. That'd be dope if I could. That'd be easy play right here. Easy play with these two. The second best bet, man. Give me Jalen Waddle over 1050 and a half season total regular season yards. I don't understand why this is low. Are they betting that he gets hurt? Like receivers with no quarterback get this shit. Weird bet. Weird number. Very low number for me. But yeah, give me over 1050. Easy second best bet for the AFC preview and division. All right. Where we are on our time? 46 minutes. All right. No other bets here for the Miami Dolphins. It would probably make sense to bet their win total. Would make sense. Let's see, make the playoffs. That's got to be plus money if they're just. Let's see, Miami Dolphins. Yeah, it's about even. That's a good bet too. They make the playoffs. Like it's even money for them to make it. But you bet, like I said, you have to tell yourself, are you betting on Tua? If you're betting on Tua, then the bet is. I don't have any like everything's kind of even. There's no like real plus money bet where we're getting exposed. Like look at it, they're all like regular normal bets for this team. I think this is your best bet here, though, out of the three. Make the playoffs is pretty decent, but this is the only bet I'm betting here for the Miami Dolphins. All right. And the last team on the list, bringing up the rear, which is weird to even say for a Bill Belichick team, but that's where he is right now. Bill Belichick's team, New England Patriots, are plus 750. We all know the struggles Matt Jones have had. He got benched as well. So really tough here for the New England Patriots to even have anything remotely good to come out. They lost Jacoby Myers. I don't even know who's Juju Smith-Schuster and what Devontae Parker's over there. I expect Matt Jones to have a better year this year, but and Belichick is still a defensive mastermind. They bring back Bill O'Brien, who was the Houston Texans head coach years ago. He was in the college ranks. I think he was Bama's OC. So now instead of a defensive coordinator and Matt Patricia being your offensive coordinator, now you actually have a real offensive coordinator there. So I expect New England to be better than what most people think they will be, but they're just so very vanilla. The defense should be decent. They did draft the kid Gonzalez for their corner, so their defense should be decent and should keep them in games. But I mean, they won a game last year by only throwing 5 times. So they need a quarterback, and Matt Jones ain't it, right? He's going to be a career backup in the league. So I would bet under here. I'm not sure they get 7 wins. 7-10 sounds about right. So, and there's nothing offensively or anything you're going to look at this team to bet any totals over and under. So anything New England's a no bet today for me. We could, people in New England could talk about it, but I got nothing for them. They're not making the playoffs. 7 wins are not going to get it in this loaded AFC. Like it's just not going to happen. And they have their rosters just super vanilla. So excuse me, New England Patriots got nothing for you, brother. Got nothing for you, man. So I think we got a lot of good bets out here for the AFC. I think that if you watch and follow, you can make some decent bets and see if anything makes sense for you. Remember, as always, that manage your bankroll, right? You should be managing your bankroll and only bet what's for you. Like I'm not a professional bettor. All this is just for leisure and fun and entertainment purposes. So I just want you guys to know that you can follow my bets or you can watch me win. It doesn't matter which way you go. But in all seriousness, make sure you guys manage your bankroll. Do not bet with literally house money. If it's the mortgage or betting on the Super Bowl, motherfucker, pay the mortgage, right? Make sure you got a house over your head. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing funky. Let's have fun. I want to appreciate everybody for joining, watching. Make sure before you guys go, hit the like button. Make sure before you guys go, hit the notification button. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like I always say. If you're not following me on Money Pop Betting on all social media platforms, make sure you get to it and follow me. Twitter was a hell of a run. I'm telling you, man, we ate it up in calls. We ate up the money in Twitter on my free bets. It was fucking ridiculous, man. If you don't believe me, go back, check the numbers. Shit was crazy. So this is Moss Money. This is Money Pop Podcast. This is A2D Radio. I'm out of here.